Kart 8 Deluxe?
No, this is Patrick.
Is this Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
No, this is Patrick.
Is this Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
No, this is Patrick. I am not a Mario Kart.
Patrick, that's the name of the Let's Play.
Huh?
Welcome, fellow ghouls and gamers. I am NightmareFan65, and today we will be playing a game that is vastly superior to its first game. Yes, you heard me right. This game is way better than the first game in its series. I present to you Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix. So, yeah, this is basically the answer, my answer to what I played a while ago with Mario Kart 8 and its first wave of DLC. And I thought I'd go ahead and play this game as my response to it, even though I'd already said it. But yeah. I've been really thinking about playing this game. I've got an idea, but I'm gonna wait until we actually get into this so that I can explain what we're gonna go ahead and do. But now that we've pretty much acquainted ourselves with this game, I think it's time we go ahead and jump right in. So without further ado, let's get on with the show. Okay, so I bought this game, I think on sale or something, just before my first experience with the Too Many Games convention. I'll link a video to that. I'll link the video to that. But this, I was just starting to get used to, and I feel like I've got a pretty good hold on it. So, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Well, I decided that there is so much, as you can see on the screen here, we've got a lot to play with here. But it's come to my attention that I wanted to do this a certain way. So before we actually do get started, I want to go ahead and say thank you to everyone who's stayed with me up until, like, you know, where we are right now subscriber-wise. Me seeing the fluctuation between 80 and 78 subs, and now that that seems to have stabilized, I think it's gonna pave the way for what I'm about to say next. So, before this video begins, I'd like to remind you that we're getting close to the next subscriber goal. Yes, I'm gonna challenge everybody here from now until this series ends. We're gonna up the ante a little bit. My next subscriber goal is gonna be a big one, and I think it's gonna determine what's gonna happen next. So, share this video with your friends, share this video with your family, share this with whoever might like my content as we reach 100 subs. That's right. My mission until the end of this, like either before or the end of this series, is to reach at least 100 subs. And then when that happens, I'm gonna put up a poll or something. You guys are probably gonna forget about this later, but I'll tweet about it when that happens anyway. I want to put up a poll as like a special, like, you know, I would almost kind of like call it a face reveal, but not really, because you've already seen my face. But I don't know. I would say more of a proper, but I'll leave that up to you guys to know what to do as far as that. But like I said before, share this video with your friends, share this video with your family, share this with whoever might like my content as we go to the next sub goal of 100 subs. Now, with that out of the way, we can finally discuss what we got to do, what we're gonna do for the first time that we're gonna play this game. So as you can see, we have like 5 different things to play with here. We have the Slime Grand Prix, which is followed by Free Race. After that, we have the challenges. basically, you know, yeah, I'll get into that in a minute. That's followed up by the time trial. And last but not least, the arena. Okay, so I've been thinking about how I want to do this game, and seeing as though I've seen a lot of like Let's Plays and other people doing it, like how the game wants you to play it from like top to bottom. I thought I might as well, because I see, coming off of my success of, well, coming off of like somewhat fresh out of Off-Road Challenge, I really, really like to enjoy torturing myself. So, with that said, we're gonna be splitting this entire series into 2 acts. The first act is what we're gonna do for the first half of the game, and the second act is the second half of the game. We're basically gonna go and try and 100% this as much as we can for like all the available content that it has to offer as far as like unlocks and all that kind of stuff. We'll touch on time trial and arena like in a future video or something, like a bonus or something, but we've got plenty of time before that. So, what exactly are we gonna start with? Well, it took me a while to figure this out, and I've been very conflicted about it. But we're gonna go ahead and not start with the Grand Prix, as the game suggests, as a lot of other people on this site have suggested. We're actually gonna go for the challenges. Yep, that's right. We're basically gonna be going into what this game calls like mission mode or whatever. So, with that said, let's go ahead and begin. As we go into the first page of challenges. Now, before we begin, I want to explain something. First off, we have the challenges listed from top to bottom. We're obviously on the first page here, but as you can see, we've got 6 pages to work with. Each one is highlighted by a specific character silhouette. And as you can see, from the first character silhouette, you're pretty much spoiled anyway, as we already know who the character is, but we're just gonna go ahead and leave this up for interpretation. Okay, so the first set of challenges that we have to play with range from, starting at the top, the Turtle Trials, which is then followed up by probably the best joke that I've ever heard, my favorite SpongeBob joke of all time. He's Squidward, you're Squidward, I'm Squidward. After that, we have Chucky at the Olympics. I guess it's kind of something in that series. I don't know. We'll go into depth with it, more or less. That's next followed up by a verse from the theme song of the Loud House, Duck, Dodge, Push, and Shove. Followed up by probably, I think, the first time trial or Beat the Clock or something. Ripped Pants. After that is probably the best use of anything other than, like, I don't know, I'm rambling on here, but Do You Dare? Do you dare? Do you actually dare? I don't know. I'm kind of new to this whole game, but I can't wait to see what we're going to end up doing, as we're going to go into the first challenge, the Turtle Trials. Which basically we have to hit 5 targets before the time runs out. Ugh. So we have to be very accurate with our shooting in this. So now that stoplight that you saw up there, did I seriously just miss that? Okay, you did. Let's just say that didn't happen. Yeah, I totally didn't forget which button it was. Okay, let's try this again. Basically, it's kind of set up the same way that Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel sets its content up. It's kind of similar to that in a way, but also, like, you know, Mario Kart is a thing. don't see it dying anytime soon. It's like one of their more popular IPs anyway. But we're pretty much done with the Turtle Trials as we unlock our first crew member, Splinter. Aw, it's my boy. It's one of my boys. My favorite design of one of my boys. Anyway, all right, we're off to the next challenge. So, before I go on to the next one, I kind of want to follow up with what I've been saying, what I said during that the first challenge. This game takes liberties in combining what was so great about Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing. We're basically playing the Crash Team Racing side of this entire game. And that's what I feel like adds to the challenge of this game. We'll get to the Mario Kart side at some point, but you're gonna see parallels between the two games as we go through this entire Let's Play. So, with that said, let's get on with the running joke. And we already see that we're gonna be playing as Squidward before we even unlock him. We'll get to that another time, but right now we're just focused on the challenges. Anyway, how this game works is that you set up, as you can see here by the chief page and all that, you've got different weapon abilities that when you fill up a special meter or something like that, you can use basically what is advertised as a special attack. For right now, I've pretty much cracked the code as far as like early on in the game. So we're basically going to be using this setup that you see up on the top screen up there, the very top of the screen up there. We're going to round out everybody and we're going to introduce everybody as we go. So starting with the chief that we have until we change much later to a different one, we have Filbert from the series Rocko's Modern Life, as he will grant us temporary protection. I would say about maybe a total of 2, maybe 5 seconds or so of defense or whatever. And as we can see, my boy is sitting right there. Very nice, very nice. Anyway, so that's followed up by our crew engineers, which will be a cooldown every single time that we use them during the race. Anything happens in this race, anything will happen. Anything and everything will happen. If they start throwing the kitchen sink at us, then we're basically screwed either way. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and round out the team with Eugene from Hey Arnold, as he'll give us a boost after we get hit by anything. Whether it's a stage obstacle, if it's a runaway item, or if it's anything out of our control. Basically, the best jinx that any Let's Player would have. Which is then followed up by probably the only other running joke besides Squidward, Gary from SpongeBob SquarePants, as anything that we get on the track will grant us more slime. And as you saw from like the first clip or something like that, the first challenge, we get covered in the stuff as well as pick up what they say are called slime coins, which will add to a meter that'll help our boy Filbert out in granting us his ability. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up everything. I'll explain more about the car parts and everything else in the second act of this Let's Play, but right now we've got a Squidward to squid. As we go into the second challenge, he's Squidward, you're Squidward, I'm Squidward. So basically, everybody is Squidward, and we have to win the race as Squidward. And here we go! As we get closer and closer to first, obviously, so I'm gonna say this right now, I've been playing this for a while, and I love the way that this game presents itself. I can see what all the hype was about in this game, because it feels so nice to play. Granted, it's much different than Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing Rewind, driving mechanics and gameplay of Mario Kart. And obviously that helped us in this challenge because now we have our next crew member, Pearl from SpongeBob SquarePants. I don't see the significance in her overall stats, but I'm sure we'll go into it much, much later. So yeah, let's get on to the next challenge. And that's this challenge. Probably the very first challenge that we have to deal with as far as like, I don't know, getting up to the first place or something, but we're driving as Chucky. Probably my only favorite character from Rugrats, even though I don't really watch too much of it. Let's just say I'm a very, very sheltered child. I didn't really get to watch this as much, but I can see the appeal of these characters. And I'm basically just gonna splurge on like the art style of Rugrats and everything else, which I'll probably, like I said, touch on the second act. But as we get more acquainted with these characters, and I'll introduce everybody as we go, we're basically just gonna like leave it up to interpretation. So let's go ahead and get on with the next challenge here. As we head off to the Olympics, not the Olympics, the Olympics. We have to reach first place before the time runs out, and I feel like these are going to be pretty difficult, given this game's reputation. But if we know anything from like my experience in Mario Kart, that shouldn't be too much of a chore for us to do. That shouldn't be too difficult, as we just have to drive as fast as we can without flying every which way. Done. They didn't account, the CPU characters, the AI don't account for you taking those very sharp corners. Oh, that's how you unlock them. I was wondering, because every single time I've played Free Race, I get carded so hard because of these two. Phil and Lil from Rugrats. Obviously, I was wondering where they were at this point, because we didn't have them available until now. So, yeah. We're gonna go off onto the next challenge, and yeah. Oh, something happened. Something happened. We can see the boss now, but we're not up to that point just yet. We're gonna go ahead and get on to the next challenge. Yes, this entire video, this entire like how I'm presenting these challenges is that I'm going to do every single challenge, and at the end of the video, like towards the end of the video, we're gonna go up against the featured boss for the entire challenge page. So, with that said, let's head off to the Loud House for our next challenge. Oh, they're a crew chief. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna basically just keep maining my boy Filbert here, but yeah, I think we're just gonna go ahead and get ready and go in. And that is basically where we're gonna end up. Duck, dodge, push, and shove. We have to win this, as we can see, very loud race. And it looks like we're up against a lot of, like, the female cast, plus two of the other characters, which we'll probably end up seeing at some point. Why the hell why am I already failing? This shouldn't be happening. And we just got denied. Denied by a giant donut. How in the world? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this actually happening? I guess this is happening. We're basically slippery the entire time. We have to win without, like, letting anybody pass us. I know how annoying this item can be because of the fact that, you know, we slide into things. But it doesn't matter because we won. All right. right. All right, on to the next challenge. But first, we unlock our first, I think, next crew member. Sorry. Oops. Lily from the Loud House. Okay, a word of, like, kind of something as far as, like, Nickelodeon history. Have seen a little bit of the Loud House, but it was only through, like, clips and stuff. I don't really need to go into, like, specifics. But I know from a fact that the Loud House is pretty decent, I'd say. I haven't actually, like I said, I'm too sheltered as far as, like, I would almost call it reserved in a way, like what I want to watch or something, but the Loud House does have some pretty interesting things in it, and that's one of them. So up next, we're gonna go up to basically this game's version of CTR's time trial mode, and we're gonna go ahead and endure the pain again. We're just enduring the first wave of pain because given my experience in CTR or something like that, which we'll probably cover at some point, but yeah, I really don't like those races. Spoiler alert, I really don't like these clock challenges or something, but I kind of want to see how they do it here. I feel like they may be a little generous with us this time. So I said earlier, before one of the challenges ended, we have a gameplay element that allows us to get that boost start at the beginning. And that's us pressing the button, the acceleration button, a total of 3 times in succession, on rhythm, on time, with each stop button. Alright, so we need to use this. Wow, this game is being very, very generous with us. I'm surprised how generous this game is being right now. But I have a feeling by the next couple of challenges or something, that's gonna change. But for now, our only reward is Mrs. Puff from SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm gonna basically be stating the obvious anyway, just go with it, as we go into the next challenge, which is, do you dare? Yeah, I totally dare. I totally dare. I'm definitely daring. Okay, so we didn't really win anybody that special for this, but we did see where Mrs. Puff ends up. Cool. Let's get off to the next challenge. Yep. Do you dare? I know I dare. Do you dare? Because we have to perform 7 slime stunts. How do we pull this off? We'll see in a minute. Keep an eye on that racer right there. That'll happen up next. That's coming up next. We gotta be very, very careful with how we do this. Even though the game is being generous with us right now, that's gonna change as we get further in the challenge. But it looks like we're doing pretty good so far. I'm gonna activate our boy forward here as we go into the first set of jumps or whatever. Did I seriously miss that because I was blocked by Hans? Nope. That's not happening. Nope. Alright, let's keep going. We've got an entire 3 laps to do this, and I hope we don't end up, like, screwing this up. Nope. Not happening. I'm not gonna let you do this. We're gonna grab these. Oh, man. Why does that have to happen? So this game is already showing its dark side, as that hurts way more than the blue shell would ever. That's a jellyfish, by the way. Alright, we just have to do one more on the next lap. Wow, did I really stop that from hitting me? From that far away? Huh. Interesting. Alright, so as we round this next corner, yeah, Double Dare's not one that I'm familiar with. I know it's more or less from their live action block, but the live action stuff I would have definitely seen highlighted more in this. But I feel like what they have right now is okay. We'll touch more on that later. But right now, we're already set with the challenge as we just have to win. We got a little bit more defense on our side. Why are these challenges so easy? Has anybody else noticed how easy these challenges are? Because I certainly don't. I don't know who this character is. I'm sure that if I look his character up later, it's gonna make sense, but for now, I don't know who Mr. Sunshine is. I'm probably guessing there's somebody in the comments who's gonna say otherwise, but let's get on with the next challenge, okay? And it's probably the final challenge that we're gonna end up doing for this episode. So, let's go ahead and see what we have to do. All right, the time has come for the first of 6 boss challenges. As you can see, we've got our first character unlock that we have to get. And that is, we have to defeat Danny Phantom. Because now... Oh, we actually do get to choose the character. Okay, so I guess I have to take a little bit of time before we go into this. So the characters that we have to start are the characters that you see here in rows of 4. And yeah, better than just explaining who everybody is or where they come from, I might as well just explain who they are. We already know everybody's like guesses as to who these characters are, but for those of you who don't know, we have to start SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick, and Sandy from their respective TV series, SpongeBob SquarePants, which is then followed up by probably everybody's, I wouldn't go so far as to say everybody's favorite iteration of this series, but we have from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2012 version, we have Leo, Raph, Donnie, and Mikey, which basically they're street names, basically. And we'll touch more on them later. That's then followed up by the characters of the Loud House, the first 2 characters being Lincoln Loud and Lucy Loud. I'm actually very surprised to see characters like this because before going into this game, I didn't know exactly who these characters were. But when I actually saw like clips of their TV show, I was very intrigued. Not intrigued to actually watch a full episode, but intrigued by the popularity of the characters. I think it comes down to how recognizable these characters are, which brings me to my next point. And the next TV series, from Rugrats, we have Tommy and Chucky to start. So Chucky, fun fact, was not in the first iteration of this game. Because I feel like the first game was more of a tech demo or like something you'd more or less find online somewhere, like a Flash game or something. It looked like a Flash game. I'll probably play something on the screen or something like that, but it's not gonna matter because of the fact that look at the way that this game is presented. And I feel like the designs are better highlighted with the Hey Arnold characters because Arnold and Helga actually do look much better than their predecessors from the first game in this series. And then that's followed up by another character, another set of characters that weren't featured in the first game, making his way from Rocco's Modern Life. It's my boy, the boy, Rocco. And then that's followed up by a series which I just watched the feature film, after so many years of me not seeing it, after everybody didn't see it for a while, Zim from Invader Zim. And I will say this right now, Zim Enter the Florpus is really, really entertaining. I was expecting it to be on the same level as the TV show, just situational comedy or whatever. I have no idea what even happened, but I highly recommend the movie, honestly. But that's enough said about Zim, because now we have the last character on the page to start, which is everybody's favorite boy. To save the world, we gotta go Aang. We're not actually gonna go Aang, but I thought I'd say his inclusion in this game was weird but smart, I'd say. This, you're gonna see later on in the act 2 or something, maybe even sooner than that. They really paid attention to the best of Nickelodeon history. But for now, we gotta choose our character. Okay, so, who do we want to go with against Danny Phantom? Well, considering the fact that everybody has a specific set of criteria as far as like speed, turbos, everything that you see up there, I think we should probably go for somebody who has the best steering capabilities, because the course that we're going to has a lot of sharp turns, and I think our best bet is to go with someone like Patrick. And that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. So, on to the challenge. I think it's time for us to go ghost ourselves. We have to defeat Danny Phantom. And we can already see here that the race itself is gonna be pretty difficult. But that's not too much of a challenge for us, because given the fact that this game is being very generous right now, I'm expecting some... I've got pretty high hopes right now. Just as long as Danny doesn't do something stupid to cost us the entire race. I'm actually very surprised that this is being very, very generous to us. Look how far ahead we are on the mini-map right there. That's how you know you've got someone you're watching that knows exactly what they're doing. At least until something really unexplainable happens. But at this point, I'm not really that worried. As long as we get through this and not hit any of those, that's gonna hurt if we end up hitting any of those. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's taken care of. Wow, Danny's really, really lagging behind, isn't he? I'm very surprised that he's going very easy on us. The game is going very easy on us. I don't know why this is. Maybe it's just because we're so early on in the game that the game is just going to be very generous to us and really showing our true colors. It'll show its true colors later on, but I feel like this is a good place for us to start, because I've had a lot of time. Keep in mind, I've had a lot of time to study this game as far as like what to do and what not to do. And I think we've already got this challenge in the bag, as we are done with the first challenge page. And now we get our ultimate reward for all of our hard work, which is the character of Danny Phantom from the show of the same name. We'll get to play as him later, but yeah. that's pretty much it said. I think what we've pretty much done is do pretty much what we set out to do, which is highlight as much as we can for this episode and then get ourselves ready for the next episode. I think that pretty much covers it. Well, that wraps it up for this episode. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe for more. Go follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Instagram, go follow me wherever I'm on social media. This, I'm very surprised, was so much fun. And I can't wait until we get into the second wave of challenges, the second page overall. Because judging from the character silhouette right there, I already know who that is. But for those of you who don't know, I'll go over it in the next episode. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the next wave of challenges and get those prepped for the next episode. So until then, this is Nightmare Fan 65, and I will see you all in the next episode. Stay scary, everyone. I'm sorry, but I have to make this joke. Who are you?
Why, I'm Mario Kart.
What kind of fool do you take me for? He's Mario Kart, he's Mario Kart, you're Mario Kart, I'm Mario Kart! Are there any other Mario Karts I should know about?
Meow.
I'm out of here.
Sam, please, what about my Let's Play?
I wouldn't do a Let's Play of you if you were the last Mario Kart on Earth!